Fun in a recording studio. How I like to hear that RF interference. That is a track by a really neat band called Eric's Trip, and a track called Happens All the Time, taken off their latest release called Peter, and it's available on compact disc. And personally, you may just want to buy it on cassette. The digital quality doesn't really matter. I think it's a little bit intentional if you ask me about that. Any case, it's now 11:06. This is the show called On the Edge, and my name is Fred Gamberg. If you have a phone call to make about requests, call me at 737-7935. Starting the show, we heard Random Killing off a release called Reissued, and this is a compilation of some of the stuff they put out before they got signed, and it's now on Raw Energy /A&M Records, so it's now available for the masses in Canada, at least, and that's a track called This Whole World, and it's got some interesting points of view in it. They always were a band for that. Coming up on tonight's show, we're going to listen to everything from, well, the Wipers, as Sub Pop Records have been going through painstaking efforts to get people to listen to some of the artists of yesteryear that have influenced today's artists, especially from that West Coast United States thing, Seattle, Portland area. So they're reissued a Wipers record called Is This Real? So we're going to hear something off of that as well during tonight. I got a whole load of people asking about what I played last week by Mudhoney, so I'm going to play that track again. It's off of a live sampler, only available by promotion only. As well, we're going to hear some spoken word. We're going to hear some Henry Rollins because, well, Henry Rollins got such very interesting points of view. We're going to hear music from something's called Someone's Gonna Get It. Someone's Gonna Get Their Head to Believe in Something. And it's a compilation of material from the Better Youth Organization. Gee, do you remember them? And we're going to hear some Dinosaur Jr. Later on. We're also going to hear Sugar. We're going to hear some music, other bands from Halifax, from St. John's. We're going to hear some really cool bands like the Goo Goo Dolls, Buffalo Tom, Best Kissers in the World, Nirvana, of course. Right now we're going to listen to something by Dinosaur Jr., taken off the latest album. This is a track called On the Way. And again, if you have a request, call me at 737-7935. On the Edge, this is Fred Gamberg. That is, you got a request, call me 737-7935. I'll try to get it on for you if I can find it. And I just got a request there, and I'll be coming up very soon. We're going to be listing something by Nirvana because I'm sick and tired personally, okay? Fred's pulpit for tonight. I've just got to say this here, standing up on my righteous soapbox. People have been putting down a lot of bands just because they get successful, and I don't think that's 100% good, to say the least. It may be great if you're skeptical on things and stuff. I mean, that may be your opinion. I don't really care. But the thing is that if someone like Nirvana sells a load of records and it was good when no one else heard it, but is no good now because it sells so many million copies, I think there's something wrong with the way people perceive things. It's not really commercialism as I see it. They sell a whole load of records because it's a good record. I had a stupid argument with someone a couple of days ago on that very same topic. So just think about that one. We're going to be playing something off of Incesticide, a record that's not like a multi-million seller. It's a compilation of some of their old songs. This was released as a 7-inch single. This song that we're going to be hearing, it's called Sliver. Right now, though, off that topic completely, I'm going to play a song for a friend of mine, two friends of mine, I guess. This is From Ken to Karen. And this is Dag Nasty, one of the best bands to ever hail from the United States ever. And this is not their best record, but still it's okay. Field Day. And the song called Things That Make So Sense. So this is From Ken to Karen. Halifax Sherman taking off the Cod Can't Hear Halifax Independent Music Festival 92 recording. That is a song called The Young and the Groomed. Before that, we heard Nirvana off the Incesticide compilation. That was originally a 7-inch single. The song we heard, it was called Sliver. And that happened to be one of those songs, if you walked into one of the one of the best bars, in my opinion, that ever existed in St. John's, bar none. If you ever walked in there, that was one of the songs you probably would have heard if you walked in on the stereo, as there are many Nirvana and Mudhoney fans who used to hang around there, myself included. What else do we hear? Of course, we had a song from Ken to Karen. It's a track called Things That Make No Sense by Dag Nasty off the Field Day release. I remember when that came out, and we're all lukewarm on it. I still kind of am, although there are some very brilliant songs, I have to admit. Although some of it's, to borrow a line from a Minor Threat song, filler. That's my opinion on that record. But anyways, that song was good. So I'm sure Ken agrees. He requested it. If you want to be cool like Ken and request something, hey, do it. 737-7935 is the request line, and I'm waiting in anticipation, in great excitement for your phone call. So go ahead and dial 737-7935. Call me up and say, "Hi, Fred, I have a song you want to hear, or I want to hear, and this is it, and I'll see what I can do." What do we have coming up very shortly? Music by the Goo Goo Dolls. Really, really neat band. But right now, this is something by a band, I believe Buffalo Tom, or happen to be from Buffalo, New York, aren't they? This is off their first album. It's been reissued. This is a track called Reason Why. Hey everyone, this is CHMR FM. My name is Fred Gamberg. The show is on the edge. Time for a few public service announcements. Are you looking for a ride to Halifax? If so, call Paul at 773-0024. You are expected to share expenses in driving. A non-smoker is preferred. Departure date is May 2nd at 8 a.m. The Women's Policy Office is sponsoring a series of 4 teleconferences on topics related to women's mental health. The series, which runs from April 14th to May 26th, is open to the public and it's free of charge. For information or to register, phone 729-5009 or 729-5730. And finally, Canada's most eloquent and graceful contemporary dancer, Peggy Baker, headlines the annual Festival of New Dance, and that runs from April 27th until May 2nd at the LSPU Hall, downtown St. John's. Also appearing include Linda Gondreau, Jennifer Dick, Robert Glumbeck, Gwen Noah, Sandra Blackmore, and Lisa Porter. Peggy Hogan and Andrew Troke will premiere their latest work. Don't miss the celebration of contemporary dance. These have been public service announcements of 93.5 CHMR FM.
Hey, if you don't tune into CHMR, you'll miss it. And besides, what will your friends think? CHMR FM 93.5, cable 103.7.
Welcome back, everyone. It's now 11:42 CHMR FM. If you're trying to call me on a request line, please pause for a moment. I have someone on the line. And to that someone online, I won't be very long. We were listening to, just then, something by Sugar, taken off the Beaster release, brand new on Rykodisc Records. A track called Come Around. There are 6 tracks on this. It is 32 minutes of music, and they say it's specially priced, and it's very cool. So go out and buy it, lots and lots and lots, especially if you like the musical stylings of Bob Mould and company. Before that, we were listening to music by Buffalo Tom, starting off that set, actually. A track called Reason Why, taken off the first album, which was reissued, and off the brand new Goo Goo Dolls Superstar Car Wash album. We heard a track called We Are the Normal, co-written by Paul Westerberg, who appeared on the single soundtrack, writing Dyslexic Heart and that other song, I forget. And as well, he's the lead man of The Replacements. The song We Are the Normal, you figure out, is about how alternative music has somewhat introduced itself to the mainstream and someone's reflections on it being in it for a long time. So if you have a request, call me up in a few minutes at 737-7935. Let's start off with a request. This is Furnace Face off Just Buy It, a track called My Girlfriend Thinks She's Fat. Available through Cargo Records of Montreal. And I understand Cargo one time had some connection with the Better Youth organization. I'm going to be playing some material by that label later. The Better Youth organization contained artists as varied from SNFU to Social Distortion and just about everything in between. So we're going to be listening to some stuff off the latest compilation. They'll be coming up later in the show as well. We got some Henry Rollins coming up doing some spoken word. So shiver in your boots, people. Any case, we're going to listen to a couple of local bands right now. We're going to be listening to material by Hardship Post. But right now, this is something by Ditch, and they're another local band from here. Actually, two of the guys are from Mount Pearl, so they're two metro-based people, let's say. They're from the Twin Cities, dare I say that cheesy term. This is a track, and it's called Monster Day, and it's about someone who's paranoid. So listen and figure it out. Welcome back, everyone. It's now 1 minute past midnight up here, CHMR FM. This is Fred Gamberg. Yes, you can tell, can't you? The show is on the edge. And if you have a request, problems with your coffee maker, whatever, call me 737-7935, and I'll see if you really hear what I say on the air. We're just listening to material from Potbelly. It's a track called Twister. And as well, we heard a song by Hardship Post, who currently, I understand, are in Halifax awaiting to do a trek through the mainland of Canada, through the great unexplored wilderness, walking through with canoes and venturing into lands unheard of, such as Guelph. No, that's only a joke. No, they are actually on the mainland, and they are trying to travel around. And that's a track called I Wait For Me, and I can't wait to see them again. And as well, we heard Ditch with a track called Monster Day. Time for me to take off now. We have to hear something by request. Other song by Sugar. This is off of Copper Blue, a track called If I Can't Change Your Mind.
It is heavenly. It is amazing. Richie, look. Rock stars.
Get that damn camera out of my face.
Okay. It's Axel.
I'm all platted up for the Loftapalooza.
Richie.
Go home and wash your teeth.
No, that's what I call the only rock and roll band that ever mattered. The Clash.